People are just going
fun stuff, to be honest, on VP. Optic's approach though, it looks like they're really trying to focus on trying to win these lanes. I think that's like, you have to win lanes versus VP, otherwise they're just gonna run over the game. So the Undying pick for me, I do like that. I do think this could be something that works for them. So the fun stuff coming out from VP, like you said, they've got Warlock, Veno, and ET, nice combos. They've also got Warlock and Kunkka. I'm looking forward to some Fatal Bonds combos. I'm not sure about you, but Fatal Bonds with Veno, we haven't seen it too much, but it allows Poison Nova to be lethal.
Absolutely, and it used to be sort of the combo back when sort of Veno was in its prime in the meta that you just would never get through a draft.
Yeah.
Because of how hard it can be to play against.
And they've got a lot of counter initiation and initiation plus vision with like the Beastmaster. So like Beastmaster and Kunkka might be the initiators, while Warlock and ET can act as those counter initiators. While on Optic, they need to get the Blink Dagger on the Sand King at a pretty decent time, but he's also playing that support roles. So it's going to be pretty hard for him to get that one. So they're going to have to like pretty much have 33 run in to start the fights a lot of the time.
Mango counter. Wow, that's fancy there, thanks to Leia. 16 mangoes.
That seems like about the average, right? 16 mangoes each game. I was counting like 14, between 14 and 18 in some cases.
There we go. VP.
Then the chat will begin.
They are ready to play here in this game too. And obviously going to be feeling on quite a high after game one.
Yeah, look at this. They're doubling down on the lanes. They're putting an aggro tri-lane. They're not even just doing dual lanes this time around.
And it is a strong aggro tri-lane. As you say, if they have very strong potential laning here, Optic.
They might even be able to get a kill if Roger steps up here. Zai shows himself a bit soon. And look at this, Ramsey's actually just TPing to the wave, making sure he can get experience. Instead of getting zoned away from it, no one does not get a good block in the mid lane. CCNC actually gets it perfect on his high ground, so he's able to get the full drain out.
We'll see how CCNC can do, because as we saw in game one, CCNC, he did actually pretty well in the 1v1.
He did great. He won the lane. Yeah. He took the tier 1 before no one actually hit the his opposing tier 1. So it was pretty impressive by him. And this is a pretty good Razor matchup as well.
And already, they've sort of eased off on the trial, and they've sent PPD up towards the top. So they will be resorting back to those duo lanes that we can expect to see.
Guess it was just like to attempt for a first blood. Yeah, just to do it behind the tower. Roger, drain some hits here.
But the stun, Pycat. Ramses and Roger, they're just chasing down Zai. Should be fine. Roger as well having to be careful as Pycat does right-click him down pretty low.
Yeah. Ooh, Pycat takes a lot of damage there from those creeps.
The wave shoved underneath the tower there on that bottom lane. Mid lane, CS 6 for 3, 4 for 0. So no one, despite having being sort of shoved out of the first wave, he's getting himself back in.
Yeah, you've got to play pretty well around the static link. The nice thing is you have Quelling Blade and you have your Tidebringer, which are those like damage bonuses, which aren't reduced, so you'll be able to last it at least a little bit, but it's still very, very hard versus the Razor. Very dominant versus those melee heroes. I remember last time I said that, the Kunkka actually killed the Razor right afterwards. That was a couple of days ago, though.
We'll keep an eye on that lane to see if any outplay sort of happens. Yeah. Top lane, is anyone sort of likely to go down in this, or?
This is a pretty strong, I mean, Beastmaster is always a very strong pressure lane. They just have to make sure not to get double decayed. And then they'll be able to put a lot of pressure, VP that is, over Optic. And bottom, I would say the Last Dragon Sand King should be able to pressure the Venomancer and ET more so. We'll just have to watch Roger with the stacks in particular, how he's going to be able to manipulate the spirit. Ramses.
A stun here. They are level 2 on the 2 of them, so Pycat and Zai, they may be able to find this here. Ramses trying to run away, he's not going to make it. First blood for Optic.
These double stun dual lanes, the Sand King Lash, I've seen them have a lot of success in this tournament in particular.
CS across the map at the moment. Ramses, yeah, certainly the one to be suffering. PPD being forced out here by the 2 of them. I guess it's sort of in a way as well, the decay can sort of work against Optic, right, in the fact that
the heal is better.
The heal, the shadow word to sort of work whilst the HP's low, and as long as you can make sure you, as you say, you don't sort of let the decay stack on you too much.
As long as you don't get, it's really all about the double decays. If you get hit by a couple, like one person, you should be okay, because Infernal Blade's also percentage damage, so you just don't want both.
I guess, yeah, it works both ways.
Yeah, it works both ways in that essence.
33, 60 for 1, 60 for 2 between
Bottom
the 2.
again.
Ramses is in trouble. They're going to be able to take him down once more here. Potentially the stick charges. Is it enough, Ramses? One more click from Zai does it. They take him down again. Zai and Pycat playing this dual lane very, very nicely.
Yep. They'll even tip.
There you
Ramses.
go.
There we go. That's how you get in their head.
This is what Optic needs, starting to sort of feel a bit of a ride, a bit of momentum out at the start of this game, and they're getting it.
Yeah, and sure, like the VP top lane, they're applying pressure, but they're not really slowing down the Doom. They're throwing out the harassment, but he's 33 still farming just fine. But Pasha is too, because of Solo being there. So both these, this Undying and this Warlock kind of acting as the same, but now VPD starting to get the pressure on him. We'll just TP away.
Quick Infernal Blade there from 33 to hold Pasha back. And the mid lane as it continues, again, CCNC doing very well. 22 and 11 against the 18 for 5, getting a fair few denies in this lane.
Yeah, so quite a lot of last hits on Noah. He's really using the Tidebringer and having the, he got early quelling, the starting quelling blade and very early boots, so he can try to distance himself from the Link a little bit. But yeah, still CCNC favored. Bottom lane, Gale connects onto Pycat.
That's got Zai and Pycat both level 3. In fact, Pycat just hitting level 4 as well, so they have a good amount of burst to offer. They'll try with the Storm Roger to hold them back, but again, Ramses, he's in trouble. The lightning comes through again. Ramses, that's going to be the third time that he goes down in this lane. They may be able to get him as well. The Burrow Strike's back up from Zai in with the combo. Optic get both out of this bottom lane. Zai and Pycat having the absolute dream lane down here. This Sand King Leshrac dual lane looking incredibly strong, and top lane as well. 33 turns towards Pasha. Pasha's got the stick charges, it won't save him. 33 getting the kill on Pasha. It's 5-0, 2K lead for Optic Gaming at 5 minutes in.
It dove a little bit too hard into tower. The stun, the War Stomp coming up in 33, plus getting hit by those, the level 2 decay plus Soul Rip. And this bottom pressure, I mean, this dual lane, this Sand King Leshrac, they are applying so much pressure, and there's already going to be arcane boots now in Pycat.
I mean,
so
yeah,
they always will have mana to be able to apply the pressure constantly onto Ramses. So Roger is kind of moving around a little bit.
So
scary.
Trying to chase out PPD. Shadow Whirlpool bring him pretty low, but he should be fine. He's got the decay as well, giving him that extra HP to tank through it.
They're looking for Roger. He actually jukes the Leshrac stun.
Yeah, these two are so scary down there. Getting these levels as well, and the two of them.
I'd like to see them just keep that dual lane, to be honest. Just the two of them down there. They're just completely shutting down Ramses, and Pycat's free farming. I think if Pycat gets left alone, that's when he's at risk of dying, so.
So Pycat with the Arcane Zai with the Tranquil, so we can look to sort of lead around and set up for the combos.
He's putting wards down right now. He could maybe look for a natural rotation, but I still would like to see him play around bottom mostly.
He's heading back over there.
It is spotted, so VP is going to be aware that this Sand King is going down, and I do believe they just saw that ward get placed down too.
Ramsey's starting to get a bit more farm out of this bottom lane.
Yep.
After going down 3 times there at the early beginnings of this laning stage. Zai returning. There's the curry there. Just keep vision on him.
Just teasing him a little bit.
Mid lane CCNC now heading 6 over no one's level 5, but no one, he sort of baited him in. He's got the combo, buying time for the TPs here. CCNC looking to be punished. TPs are coming through from Optic. Can Zai do anything to save CCNC? He's looking for the perfect angle for the Burrow Strike, but he can't find it. CCNC will fall. Return Zai, to be careful, will Burrow Strike himself up to the high ground. Same time, top Pasha runs down PPD, VP. They found 2. They may be able to find Zai as well here as he can't get himself away. Burrow Strike is going to be there in a second, but the right clicks are too much. VP striking back.
That communication between them too, they don't just bring the ET, they double TP instantly as soon as the Razor steps up a bit too far. So you can tell that no one was asking for them more than likely to come in there when he gets that X.
Yeah, they were absolutely, they knew that if they were going on CCNC,
yeah,
Optic were going to be sending more members in as well, and VP, they knew that they could take that fight.
And they needed the Vano rotation, because even with Roger, they still had the minus like 57 damage or something on no one, so they were lacking a bit, so they secure that one with Ramses' quick rotation. Not reluctant to move that safe laner this early, just to get a quick kill to catch him back up. And now, I mean, no one's level 6. Last hits are much better, 34-9 to 37-18.
Bottom lane, again, trying for the combo, but Pycat not quite on the mark there with the stun. Do get the sleep on to Zai. And Zai on the other side of the trees will be fine, able to back away. Top lane, 33 continuing to get pretty much free farm on his Doom. He's top CS at the moment. Same to be said for Pasha, though, very close behind, so
he's up 7 though.
He's got the Doom, but Solo's got the Shadow Word. PPD dropping the Tombstone. Can they look to dive and chase this? 33 really wants to go for it with the Infernal Blade, but TPs are going to come in. 33 going pretty deep. That Shadow Word heal should be enough by the looks of it to keep Pasha alive. So Pasha's fine. In fact, he's heading straight back over. He wants to offer something to the fighters. No one has Solo come in. 33 getting surrounded here. The boat's going to be coming through. Solo's incredibly low. They get him over to the run, so Solo should be able to keep himself alive for now. PPD's trying to find him, but they've lost 33. PPD does find the kill on Warlock. At the same time, down bottom, they're going for the play. Pasha, level 6, has the Roar opening up here. Down bottom, Zai goes forward. Does finish off Ramsey's top lane. They do find the kill onto PPD.
And Zai ticks out. And now CCNC makes the move. No one. Quickly brought down.
Up and down the map there, so how are we seeing that one end up? Well, with 3 going down, I believe, on both sides. Pretty crazy. Will be the 2 cores falling from VP. Overall, of course, the fight recap does not work. It's perfect there. More than 2 people died. Come on.
Looks pretty much even, actually, when it comes all out to it. Doom was used, but Roar was used also. CCNC rotates top. Now Solo gets some experience mid. Did Roger get the experience for the Zai kill? It looks like he did get the experience for the Zai kill, at least.
But already, though, it can certainly be said that this game, it's looking a million times better for Optic. This is looking 9.5 minutes in, 8-6, 1K lead for Optic. Incredibly close. This is the sort of games that we'd hope for an Optic playing very aggressively. That Zai actually dispels the smoke straight away, though. Zai will get a ward down as well, so he's getting very crucial information there. Neat little play from Zai. May cost him his life, though. If they do find the X mark, he's not getting himself out of this one as the boat comes down. Zai will fall, but he tanks the gank to get some crucial information on VP and makes it so the rest of Optic are aware of VP. We're going to try for that smoke play.
Some space. We see Pyke at bottom cuts the wave, starting to pressure the tower, but top. 33 gets roared, and Ramses has the follow-up.
He's there as well. TPs are going to be coming through. CCC is there with the wraparound. In fact, Pasha's in trouble with the ultimate out for CCC. They're going to take down Pasha, so that is a roar that doesn't result in any sort of positive action for VP. Same time down bottom, Pycat is level 7, looking for Roger. He's got the stun, even though the sleep comes out, but the AoE damage from Pycat, bringing Roger down low, but the TP reactions again, they'll come through. They do still lose Roger, but it may cost Pycat his life, as no one on Ramses, they responded, and they will punish Pycat for looking for that play.
Incredibly active game from both mid laners. We see no one trying to match the movements of CCNC. CCNC's been all over the place.
No one. He's going to head up into Zai.
Checking if the bounty rune's there.
Dropping the tombstone, the 2 of them. No one is leveling. He does have the boat available if he wants to get that rum upon him. He will indeed send it in. Actually has backup as well, but CCNC's
here.
They got the Burrow Strike again, and they're going to get this boat. He's trying to get himself back towards the shrine. Is the rum and the shrine enough? It may just be. He's got Roger and Solo here as well. Solo slowing down CCNC and PPD here with the upheaval. No one turns, but he falls. PPD gets him with the decay. Ramses tries for the gale, but he's not going to connect onto Zai. Pasha will come across, but CCNC's there as well as Pycat, chasing in straight around the turn with the chaotic offering, but Zai Burrow Strike forward. Ramses gets a big ult. He's going to have to force CCNC and Pycat to back off a little bit. Zai with the epicenter looking for Solo, but Solo's Shadow Word keeping him alive. Zai now drawing the attention of VP away from the rest of members of Optic Gaming. He's got Burrow Strike available and a TP. Is there any way he can play his way out of this? Gale will connect, and it looks like he will indeed go down as he accepts his fate, hands off the keyboard.
But during all that, that was all of VP responding, throwing several ults, while 33 just pressures top tower and farms.
Look at that, and look at CCNC's farm. He's been so mobile, as you said, but he's also so farmed. He's got 61 CS.
Yep.
In terms of the net worth of, well, the 2 heroes at the top, they are the 2 cores of Optic Gaming, both Pycat and CCNC.
They're getting a bit of the numbers managed when the fight starts, and then VP's all kind of TPing in response. And Optic's just doing a great job with their heroes in this early game. They've got this Razor, they've got this Undying, that they want to be dominating this early game. They've got the Last Strike too, they want to be doing it. They're executing flawlessly right now.
That certainly seems to be the correct approach, as the panel said. You know, if you're playing against VP, make sure that you can have a huge impact in the lane so you don't allow VP to get ahead, to fall into sort of their comfort zone where they can start moving around the map as 4, leave Ramses alone to farm.
Yeah.
This is how you play against them.
Just don't let up. Do not slow down by any means in this game. They have to keep applying that pressure, because they, especially right now too. They know Vano ult is down, they know Warlock ult is down. They have to take advantage pretty much anytime any of those ultis are off.
Look at this play to mid. They will try with the scam VP, but it's not going to connect onto Optic. CCNC is going to get gone on. They're dropping multiple ults here. CCNC getting bursted low. The rest of Optic are turning up there. They want to try and take this fight. CCNC, Soul Rip's there. Burrow Strike. They're keeping CCNC alive. He's getting a good static leg off. He does finally go down, but Optic, they'll take kills in return. They find Solo. Roar from Pasha comes down onto PPD as Optic. They've lost 2. Zai with the Sandstorm in the midst of it all. Pycat pretty low on mana, but Zai, Burrow Strike. Torres going to hold back the stun from Pycat, so the perfect combo is there, but it doesn't matter because Pasha, Roger, they still full. 33 comes in with a rotation, picks up the double kill. Optic again able to take these sort of close trades, but they are coming out favorably in the numbers. Picat's net worth continuing to grow. They sit all 3 cores at the top.
Yeah, that was great. I mean, CCNC, he tried to bait them. He walked up very high. His team was wrapping around. He wanted them to go on him there.
Oh, absolutely.
He almost ends up surviving. It was pretty close to him not getting brought down there. Optic getting very good reads and good moves around the map, and they still have Doom now available. So 33, he just walked in with the Scorched Earth, and that was enough.
He's going to be able to do that even easier once he has the hood out.
Yeah, I mean, he's going for the full tank build that we've been pretty much seeing a lot of the time in these Dooms. Just Crimson Guard, hood, pipe, whatever. Yeah, getting the pipe against this lineup is going to do so much for the other cores. Yeah, just to sort of limit what Ramses can do, because Ramses, you know, he's catching back up, but at the moment, this Feno, it's not terrifying unless they do combo it perfectly with the Fatal Bonds. Mid lane PPD does manage to get forced in by Ramses there. Neat little play to close the gap as he pulls PPD in towards him. PPD does fall. Does VP catch the Undying out alone in middle, trying to soak up some XP. Bottom lane, 33, putting pressure onto this tower. He is out alone, and no one and Roger are there. They're looking for the setup. 33, he's got the Scorched Earth field, he's got the hood as well. They're opening up with the combo. TPs are coming in as the rest of Optic Gaming are trying to come down. VP, they can't control this Doom. 33 at this stage, level 10. With the hood, very, very tanky. They need a lot to kill this Doom. Yeah, they're gonna need Pasha in particular. That medallion could be the one thing that can help them pierce through that. I mean, not the crazy amount of armor that the Doom does have right now.
Again, down bottom, Zai. Getting caught out.
They want the bounties.
Combo, but Zai's got backup.
Roger's like, oh, never mind. But they will get the top 2. Pasha has been positioned up there for quite a while.
15 minutes in, 15 to 13. Optic about to take themselves another tower off the map from Virtus Pro. And I think we all knew, you know, Optic, we've seen from them. They had so much more to show than we saw from them in Game 1. And we're starting to see it here in Game 2.
Yeah. They're usually, I mean, for the most part, when I've been seeing Optic at this time, they're very good at always pressuring the towers. Even in that last game, we saw CCNC. He pressured all 3, took them out very early. No one. Did that Tidebringer just give him vision?
I think sometimes you see the cleave animation.
Showed it. Yeah, I think that Tidebringer showed on the high ground there, hitting the Undying, because he pinged it out instantly.
That's a full Bloodstone for Picat. So if Optic can sort of continue to take these fights where Picat survives, which to be for the last few times he has been doing so.
Yeah, look how aggressive they're being. All 5 showing up to the mid lane. They want to take the fights.
See if they can get the catch. No one. He's coming in for a look onto PPD, but no one drags himself back.
How's Zai doing on this blink? He's still about 1,000 away, so it looks like VP, they don't really want to fight this one. They know that all...
See, they've actually found a catch here as they come across here into the jungle. They're on top of Solo, and Zai not messing around with the epicenter. They'll get the kill.
I think how Solo stands still and just make sure he gets the last hit on the D ward, even if he dies. It's classic Solo.
These towers being taken mid lane. CCNC finishes off the tier 1. They're starting to swoop towards the bottom as well, Optic.
And this is what we were saying. They are very good about prioritizing those objectives, trying to get as many towers as possible so they get that gold advantage. But we see VP, Ramses is pushing up top, and VP, they do want to respond to this one. They've got the chaotic offering. You see Roger positioning himself already in the back lines, trying to slow it down with that spirit. But it's dying too fast, the Edict.
Same time, Ramsey's putting a bit of split push pressure on up top.
Yep.
See people come in from 33 to clean out this push.
They're reporting in the back here.
They're coming over to the Royals to Shrine. They're looking to see if they can try and catch some of the members of Optic as Optic back away after taking that tier 2 tower. CCNC may be left behind here. He'll walk into this one. Picat, can he go? He's going to try for the TP out, but they've found him. They've got the X mark. They're going to be able to bring him back into this.
He denies himself. He bloodstoned himself instantly and respawns right away. Just accepts that he's going to die anyway. Doesn't going to give him the chance to chain lock him down so he can't get it off. So losing one core and losing some bloodstone charges.
But as you say, the fact that Picat as well, he is at the top of the network, so a very valuable player in the sense that he's able to make sure that VP don't get the bounty for that kill. There's a full pipe now for 33. So these sort of team movements that Optic are making are going to be even more scary for VP. It's going to take a lot longer for them to take down the members of Optic Gaming. That's an issue when you're sort of playing heroes, playing against heroes like the Leshrac. The longer the fight goes on, the more damage Picat's going to be able to get out.
Yeah. Zai is going to be getting the Blink Dagger really soon. This is going to be perfect timing if they can catch VP off guard.
This is what they can do, mid. Ramses. He comes in for the ult. Chaotic offering his drop down onto the three of them. Pasha coming in for the side. He's got the raw onto CCNC. 33 still chasing, gets the Doom down onto Ramsey, so Ramses will die for sure. They'll turn to the side. That's going to be PPD falling. Solo getting taken low by Zai Sandstorm. Pasha trying to find Pike out of CCNC. They're taking down incredibly the damage from the Venomancer with the Fatal Bonds, but they will survive just. They get them out. Optic Gaming take the favorable trade. They get Ramses, they get Solo. They only lose PPD. 33 should be fine as well. No way to find him and hold him back either. As they didn't get out of there.
They didn't have no one in that fight. No one just kept split pushing bottom during it. He wanted to finish up his item instead of joining. His team took the fight without him. They just, I think 2 heroes were sitting at 100 HP.
So close to killing Pike and such, yeah.
Yeah, and there we saw the combo. Fatal Bond, Venom ulti, even through the pipe. They keep throwing the damage in, and 2 heroes almost get brought down. And now it's a full Shadow Blade, they'll finish on no one. So he got a lot of space from them taking that engagement, even if they had to throw so many ultis and still losing Ramses. So Doom was used as well. But now Zai, like we were saying, Zai does have that Blink Dagger. This could be where they try to like surge and get some cool pickoffs with him.
No one's down it. He's got the X mark. Zai. Quick with the blink over. Does manage to dodge the initial combo. Does get the Burrow Strike. Is anyone else going to be heading down in to help him? Doesn't look like it is. No one. Will be allowed to TP out.
Ramsey's ported top now. He's just pushing up the top lane so they can get a better spot to take a fight. Pasha has found 33. Do they have the damage to go through this Doom, though? I don't think so with help.
There's the sleep and then the back away, Roger. He's Julesed up. They're going to be able to surround him. Pycat is even hunting deeper for more. See if they can find more out of this. They'll take Roger. Can they get anything else? No one. Goes for a Tidebringer hit. Pulls himself back out with the X-Bar, but Zai chases forward. He's got the Blink Power Strike. Optic. They're looking for a second. The slow from the Lightning. That's going to be no one falling as well. Optic. Get 2. More Bloodstone charges being built back up for Pycat.
Ooh, no one gets punished for that move. He steps up just to do like a Tidebringer cleave. And that's the Blink Dagger coming into play from Sanking already. Look at this. Ramses and Solo. They're positioned.
Pycat walks into a bit of a nightmare here. As that is going to be a lot of damage coming out. He's going to try for the TP back to base. Will that save him? It might just. The Fountain regen the pipe. He's going to be fine. Now Optic, they've got Zion with the epicenter. Ramses will fall. They may get more out of this. 33 looking to chase down Roger. He has Doom available if he wants to drop it. May not want to do so for an Elder Titan. We'll see if he wants to commit. It's getting dangerously close here to the T2. Yeah, he's not messing. Waits for the Stomp attempt. There comes the Doom. 33 wants the solo kill, and he'll get it. Optic Gaming now 22-15 at 21 minutes in. They have come back after game 1 and are looking infinitely better here in this game 2 with a good shot at taking this game. Still incredibly close between the two sides, but the way that Optic's playing, the way that they're making the moves.
Now Pycat getting gone on here by Pasha.
Instant TP's coming through, and he knows he's got to get out. Pasha backing away. The slow coming into play as CCNC is looking to close in to get that proc of the passive, but there's the slow from Solo. Stands there with the upheaval, make sure Pasha's got the space to get out of there. Solo may have paid with his life as Zai closes the gap, can't quite find the Burrow Strike, but they've got the vision. CCNC heading over as Solo will try and hide in the tree line, but they're there. Optic, they'll get another Bloodstone charge for Pycat.
That little sidestep there by Pasha was crucial, like so clutch for him. Like if he gets hit by that split earth, he is 90% dead there. Gets out of that, Solo gives his life, but that's a 5. Solo doesn't care about that. The rest of the team was farming. You see Ramses went back top, instantly starts pressuring. But Optic, they're not letting up. They're still trying to apply those kills and pressure. So while it's only like a 1k gold advantage, they do have the experience advantage by quite a bit. It's 6,000 because they have those extra kills.
We'll see if either side. Would you imagine either side's going to look towards Roshan anytime soon? I guess they don't really have sort of the quick potential. VP, I guess they have the solo crest on Pasha.
Yeah, VPs would probably be a tiny bit faster, but they also have Edict on the side of Optic, so they both kind of kill it in a decent pace. And Flesh Golem as well, something you can't overlook. The Undying always helping the Roche a lot too. So if they win a team fight, we could see either side go into that one. I don't think sneaking a Roche though is a good idea, since there's the particular VP. They've got the Spirit, they've got Torrent, they've got so many ways to throw vision into the pit, Van Awards, etc. Pycat has his Yules finished up. I think he still needs to build it. I know he needs the BKB, but he also really needs armor items. We saw that Solar Crest coming in, it puts him negative armor, and it's a bit scary for him.
Zai Asher is actually going to find Zai. Ooh, nice sandstorm. Making sure the roar doesn't come out. Zai will back away.
Solo.
Same time, no one. He's been found out here by 33 and Pycat. They've got the stun. That's going to be no one gone. Pasha drops the roar, but it's going to be a roar and run as there's no way that he can stick around.
That's a pretty big pickoff. No one's been just farming for a bit. Not even have to use the Doom. Optic in a pretty good spot so far this game. Just really keeping the pressure on VP, and they keep putting lane pressure as well. I keep seeing the lanes on VP's side. VP struggling to keep them pushed out. I keep seeing Ramses and Pasha trying desperately to keep them out, but no one for the most part. I've seen farming a lot of jungle lanes lately, staying off the map.
Yeah, that sort of big team fight that we know can come out from VP just hasn't really happened, because most of the time it's been Optic starting the fights.
Roger spotted by this ward that they used to kill the Kunkka.
Zai straight in, opens up, 33's there to follow through with the blink, and there's just so much control. Once they get one hero on top of the member of VP, there's no way that they're getting away from the lockdown that Optic provide.
That is the ET, so they make their way right into that Roche pit. Do they have a medallion? I do not see one. They do have the Flesh Golem, as I was mentioning. Roger, forced to buy back, instantly pushes them away from that
They
pit.
know that VP know that they can't let Optic get this Aegis. Optic are starting to build up some good flow, some momentum, and having an Aegis in their hand would allow them to look to take tier 2s and potentially go for the high ground.
PPD getting X'd up.
Top of Tombstone, the rest of his team are heading over.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the quick and easy kill that VP may have hoped for, as they've got to back away. Respecting the fact that Optic Gaming are heading straight across. 33 sees if we can close the gap. VP will be able to keep just enough distance.
Optic's got very deep wards right now. Watching pretty much right when VP's leaving their base on those two side lanes. That'll give them a lot of information whenever VP's trying to make those these type of rotations to any type of smokes or anything. This could catch it out.
Ramses does nearly have his Aghanims, so that's going to be a lot more for sort of Optic to face if they do get that sort of combo with the Fatal Bonds. Top lane Zai.
Zai?
It's found Pasha.
They've got Dust.
Pasha trying to run himself around. He'll pop the roar. Zai, he's chasing. He's still got the Burrow Strike, and he was waiting for the TP. There we go. Zai able to set up onto Pasha. By the looks of it, the Caustic Finale slow. Zai jumps forward. They'll take another. Optic are just finding kills up and down the map, and it really feels that VP just haven't really done anything as a team in quite some while now.
Yeah, I mean, it really does feel like they're all farming individually, right? We see Roger pushing out mid. I see Solo's even jungling with Fatal Bonds. Kunkka's been pushing out lanes and jungling too. Just everyone's kind of doing their own thing right now, and they're getting caught out. That's what's going to happen when you farm all over the place. Roger.
He may just make it, and he will. He's out of there.
So that is an Epi down.
We can see, I mean, yeah, the movements from Zai, no sort of surprises there.
I think when VP has the BKB on Kunkka and the Aghanims on Venomancer, that's when we're going to see them start grouping up a bit more and looking to pick the fights versus Optic, because Optic's been the ones dictating the pace of this game completely so far. We'll
see how much the Aghanim sort of changes the game in terms of how VP look to play.
Yeah, how's his level? So he's 15, but with that Aghanims, it's pretty much the big timing is when you get that level 18 and level 20.
Mm-hmm. And they're certainly sort of playing to farm to get there, as we've said. So split up across the map, VP.
I mean, even Solo's farming more than I've seen him farm it for the most part in most of these games. Like, Roger's falling behind. Roger's actually a good 1,000 gold behind Solo.
Optic, PPT, getting a bit of wall control back across that area of the river. Roshan still there for the taking, neither side. Of course, yet to go back in towards the pit. It's Pasha.
It's not very often I see Solo being the side lane pusher for VP, but look at him. He's pressuring that top lane, pushing lanes with Fatal Bonds.
Getting those levels. Has got the second point in the golems now. Bottom lane, no one. Coming out alone, and Optic. They found him, Zai. Sets up with the Burrow Strike. He's pretty beefy, this Kunkka, but is he beefy enough? He's going to try and get the roam in upon him. He's trying to get Shadow Blade. He's trying to turn and do some damage in response, but no one. He's dead.
He got the full creep wave, which was exactly enough gold for him to buy his BKB. He literally just, that's what was his priority. He just tried to kill it because he accepted his death. But it's a good kill. Again, Optic dictating the pace, constantly making these aggressive moves.
They're just getting so many pickoffs. 27 kills for them in 28 minutes. They are playing at the exact pace you have to against VP. They've changed their approach to the game here in Game 2, and it's working beautifully.
I like that Zai's queued up a gem. I think this is something you always want to do when you're starting to feel like you're very comfortable in the game. It's either when you're very behind or when you're quite ahead, you want to start looking to assert more map dominance. And they're actually going to look for a smoke.
Sort of the constant calls, the constant plays being made by Optic have just continue to pay off.
They've got everything up. They're looking to fight. Roger will be the one spotted out.
Is in trouble. There's the opening there. Is by the shrine. They are sending in a lot of TPs, so Pycat and Free will hold back. Pasha coming in from the side. Does find the Roar onto PPD, looking to take him down before he gets a single spell out with the Torrent. There will. That's PPD out of the fight. Control onto Pycat, the combo coming in with the boat. Pycat looking to get himself away. Zai coming in with the epicenter, gets the Burrow Strike onto 2 on the back lines. No one popping the BKB, really wants Pycat dead. Chaotic offering dropped onto 33 and Zai, but now Optic, they're turning. The BKB's worn off on no one. He falls. He couldn't get the kill on Pycat. The sleep does come out to 2, but they're down a Kunkka. Roger to fall as well as CCC gets the double kill. The Golem, the Axis will finish off 33. Solo's going to drop as well, though again, Optic, they found 3. Zai still alive, he's got the Sandstorm. Pasha fully incredible, in fact with the blink out. Zai, he's dancing around. Burrow Strike goes for the TP. Is he going to make it? He's not going to make it. Pasha will find him as he cuts down the tree line.
So 3 for 3.
But
Ramses got doomed at the start of the fight. He actually got away. They would have been able to close the gap on him.
Here's another fight though where Pycat and CCC, they stay alive. They're soaking up all this experience. Pycat's getting those Bloodstone charges. Very close now to his own BKB.
Yeah, definitely still quite an advantage for Optic. I mean, this gold's, like we said, 5,000 plus, experience 12,000. And now they're going to claim a couple bounty runes as well. Pycat running around, getting close to that BKB. When he gets that, he can absorb a lot of the damage that VP does actually have.
And also, I mean, as we saw on the graph there as well, that team fight was pretty much the first time in about 10 or so minutes that the VP have actually been able to get some kills. Other than that, it's just been Optic Gaming finding pickoff after pickoff. So we are certainly seeing when VP are able to fight as a team, that Optic Gaming are likely to suffer casualties.
It's going to be a lot about the initiation. Whoever gets the first jump, PPD.
There we go, opening.
Very dead here.
Combo, no way to react to that.
And that's not dying dead. They look like they might want to go for the Roche here. They don't have Rock available. They've got Splitter though.
Optic Gaming, they do have Epicenter backup. So if Zai can get over here.
Look how they're all hitting it. VP knows that it's
they've got to take
so
it
important
quick.
Everyone hits it, except for Solo. Solo can be the one who tries to zone outside.
Are they going to attempt to get into the pit? Zai's being kept to the side, the Spirit Vessel making sure that he can't blink in, so VP should get away with this one. It's incredibly low, they found it. They'll get it, they'll get the Aegis onto no one. Zai, Burrow striking away, they're trying to get out of there, but indeed Ramses, he's able to close the gap onto Zai. Zai, he cannot get himself out of this, so VP, they get Roche, they get the Aegis, they get a kill. Pycat, the BKB's just down to him, he has to pop it, he has to back away.
Quick move. Sometimes that's what these small little pickups can mean, even if you're a 5 hero.
Siege creeps up, they're doing it. Get the tier 2 top. Same time though, VP themselves pushing him in, looking for the tier 2 there.
Ramses now has the Blink Dagger too, so now he can be sitting in the back lines a bit more, so he will avoid that Doom in a lot of these occasions. And man, we've seen this Venom ult when they played it the last time. It was very disgusting.
Good sentry placement though from Optic, keeping full eyes on these attempted openings from Pasha. Pasha though still blinks hit. He goes in straight away, looking to burst out CCC. They've got the Torrent onto 2 as well. They're in trouble. CCC will get jewels up. Can he get his way out of this? He pops the BKB, but he's not making it away. The Golem punches him down. That's Razor on for 80 seconds. Zai comes in with the Burrow Strike. Everybody's not enough damage to kill off VP. As Optic, they've lost 2 without buyback. The Doom is there onto no one. They'll be able to pop him once, but he's got the Aegis. And Optic, they've lost 3. Pycat, he's surrounded. He's alone. He has to kill himself. 4 dead on Optic. None with buyback available. VP have lost casualty after casualty in this game where Optic have found pickoffs, but this one fight that VP have found is the dream fight. 4 dead.
They did this. This play was actually so cool by them. They threw the scan on the high ground, so they know they're there. So the instant blink on for Pasha, because he knows that there is somebody's positioned there, gets the roar, catches Optic completely off guard.
Absolutely. What a well-calculated and controlled play from VP.
And it all kind of landed. Some of the timing was a little lucky, but I think 33 blinked in as the Elder Titan stomp was finishing, so he got hit by a little more of the combo too. That was So quickly done there by VP, getting themselves a Rax now, and pretty much closing that advantage down to 0.
Absolutely. We'll see it again here.
Yeah, see, he blinked in, he got hit by the Torn at least, he dodged a little bit of damage, but by this time, look, Yules in CCC with the BKB, he's already dead by the time he lands down. Zai gets a decent epi in the back, but they already lost so much, and the Doom is thrown out on the Aegis hero.
Yeah, and a Kunkka as well, so it takes a long time to bring him down just the once. As Optic Gaming were not prepared for that at all, as VP, I mean, this is the thing with this team. Sure, they've been losing kills across the map, but VP goes to show it doesn't matter. If they can sort of find those dream situations where they get that perfect jump in from the Beastmaster, from Pasha, there's just no way for Optic Gaming to fight back if they don't have the buybacks. And in that situation, they absolutely did not.
Like, how do you expect that, right? Because this time around, they didn't put the base ward. They literally just threw the scan and jumped, and that was their way. Now they have a base ward they placed afterwards, and they put it actually in a pretty cool spot that isn't really going to get dewarded, I don't think. So they're going to get good information out of that one. But yeah, that's really scary when you can see VP do those kind of jumps with no real high ground vision, just a scan.
Optic need to somehow make sure that CCNC is able to get his BKB popped at the start.
Yeah. They have to get the jump. That's what we were talking about. This game is going to be so important about who gets the first, gets that initial go. Ramsey's now level 20, has that Aghanims going for Linken's. He's got that +7 poison over duration, so the damage is it's like 2,500 or so. We can get it amplified as well by Fatal Bonds, Elder Titan, etc. Very scary combinations coming in. Optic looking to try to take a fight. Oh! The Hawk actually gets hit by an unstable current while they're smoked. Don't know if VP saw it, but now they're seeing the Lesh at least anyway.
See if Optic is to wrap around. Jump 4 from 33. Doom drop down onto Solo. Knows the chaotic offerings available and doesn't want any chance of VP being able to turn around the fight. Maybe they can find more as they go towards the top, but it looks like Ramses was able to get into the trees and TP out.
Look at VP, they start pinging the bounty runes instantly, and we see PyCat actually port bottom to claim them. Look, they're pinging it out. It's all about that gold. Give quite a lot to your team.
Especially in a game that's now as close as it is.
It's like almost like 700 gold. Almost 750 to the team per bounty rune. And I mean, now VP's like, they just used a Doom on our Warlock. The Optic wanted to get so much more out of that. They wanted to get a Doom into some chase down kills, but they weren't able to find the closing gaps. So now VP, they're probably gonna look to fight as soon as Solo respawns. Although they are picking up some items soon, but I saw no one get a DD rune, and he's also level 20, so he gets that 25 strength perk.
Oh, and he's nearly got enough money to pick up a Demon Edge as well on his way to that Daedalus. So
this Kunkka's starting to be very scary.
And as you said at the start, we've got to look out for those Tidebringer Fatal Bond hits.
Yeah. With talent, too, because I do believe, Solo went for the 5% extra, too, of course, with this type of lineup.
There we go. No one popping the DD rune so you can take these towers down a little bit quicker. See if Optic want to do anything in reaction to these two being pushed down, but understandably Vi looks a bit respecting the fact that this Kunkka has a double damage rune and they have no interest in getting close. They'll have to do something about the high ground attempt though. They can't allow VP to get away with another set of racks just as they did mid.
They don't have the Doom though, and VP knows that. That's why they're pushing aggressive. They've also gotten some decent item timings too. The Linken's came out from Ramses, BKB for Pasha, so they're feeling very confident right now.
How do Optic get this jump? How do they find a chance to slow this down? The slow, painful siege here with the Venom wards getting laid down towards that tier 3 tower.
Pasha's waiting under the Shadow Blade.
The X mark trying to spook potentially a BKB out of CCNC. He's not going to pop it. In fact, there's the jump with the raw. CCNC, he's just going to go down. He's out. He has to buy back straight away. Jump 4 from side, trying to commit with the epicenter 33 as well. Moving forward with the BKB. The ult is out from Ramses. They've got the control onto Zai. Optic, can they get any sort of catch? They tried for Solo. No one hunting for Zai, but he's got the Sandstorm. Ramses, he will fall. They'll get the Venom Answer. Burrow Strike from Zai. They'll claim Solo as well. No one in the trees. He puts the TP into his inventory, but he hasn't actually got the mana at the moment to do so. So he's in trouble as well. Optic will surround the Kunkka. He's trying to run himself away. Now they'll find the vision if they got the detection. Yes, they do. Triple kill for CCNC. Required the buyback, but it keeps the tier 3 in the barracks alive down bottom and forces VP out of their neighborhood.
I was a bit... I really thought he was going to just BKB to be safe on that X play, because if you don't BKB, you know you're going to get chain comboed, and they don't have a saving mechanism.
But maybe that was the plan. Maybe he wanted them to go in like it. Maybe they knew that they were going to buy back. That was maybe the call that Optic made. They said, CCNC, get yourself in, do a little bit of feeding, and then get yourself back in immediately. Because that was an instant buyback. It looked very sort of calculated by Optic.
Fair enough. And during that chase, also Pycat was able to pick up that gem that fell on the ground, and they were able to get the kill. Pasha is spotted by that gem.
Pycat.
But BKB.
I'll do it.
33 is coming in here too with the boots of travel. He's looking to try to go for something.
He's got the blink and the doom. Won't quite be able to get it in time, but no, the blink chase. He wants this. Is he going to drop the doom for it? It's getting dangerously close here to the base. Solo's there. 33. He just walks in and pops the BKB and walks out. He was going for it.
Yeah.
Nothing was stopping that man.
Solo
heads up into the base.
Got that force staff to position Pasha further away. So boots of travel now on 33. Trying to make that play.
CCNC understandably building towards the Lincolns.
Yeah.
Certainly does need it. We'll give him that chance to react in the fights. We can see Pycat himself. He's got his done. But to be fair, you know, Pasha's prioritization has been very good. Every fight, always just looking to brawl CCNC.
Yep.
So, yeah, if they can get that stun before the BKB, is very, very, very much killable. So,
especially now too. Now that he doesn't have buyback available, if they get CCNC, this game could be very, very difficult for Optic. Yep. It looks like no one pretty much has Daedalus finished if he wants to purchase it.
As the game goes on, that Kunkka is certainly going to be something to worry about.
Who's getting the first level 25? It's probably Pycat as well as CCNC. It looks like we'll be getting that.
Smoke to be picked up by Solo. It's VP.
They've got ultis up in a second.
They do. Chaotic offering is also now back. Everything is there. But Optic,
they're looking first.
They want to try and fight as well. Every ult in the game available. Who is going to find the jump?
They might find something here.
Ward down. They may just find Roger by the looks of it. Zyke, or a strike in, and will find Roger away from the fight. VP, no interest in trying to fight off the back of losing that support.
The Roche just spawned as well. It is scouted. They do have a Hawk at least on the side of VP in there. I don't believe Optic knows what's up just yet. And look at this. During that smoke too, they placed quite a lot of vision down. So they want to be playing for that next Roche.
Ooh. See if they can try for it. But in terms of Pycat's items, so if we're going back towards the Octarine, Shiva's guard now actually going to be complete by CCNC.
He decided to go for armor. Since he went for the Eye of the Storm strike interval, since he went for Aghanims, he wanted some armor to at least defend himself before going for that Linken's. They already have one too, so maybe Pycat could throw the Linken's to try to protect him in some of those situations as well.
I mean, there's only really, one hero really right-clicking you? You know, the Kunkka's not really going to be looking to punch you. He's going to be punching elsewhere, and that armor doesn't do anything against the type.
It's true.
So, I guess, well, obviously with the ETO, still everyone sort of becomes a bit of a right-clicker.
Yeah.
At least. And the flat armor is obviously very good against the aura of ET.
Yeah, and the Shivas is always nice for like chase down and stuff.
Sure.
Like you can always get your link off, and if you can stay on top of somebody with Eye of the Storm in this, since he went for the Aghanims and the talent, it's quite a lot of damage. Now VP though, smoked up themselves. It's all about Roche control. All of Optic positioned. VP, they're just making their way in the pit. They've got the Solar Crest.
And going straight in. Optic, they're heading over. Roshan falling pretty quickly, down to half of its health. And Optic jumping in time. They're going to have to do so soon, and they're not going to be able to make it. They do get the kill on Roche there, but the age is taken by no one. Pasha pops the BKB, takes down the Tombstone. Can Optic still try and fight into this? No one. Looks for the combo to 33. 33.
The Warlock.
See if we can take this out of the fight as they surround no one. They'll be able to take him down once BKB's popped by Optic. They're going to be able to take the Beastmaster as well. They've found two. Ramsey's surrounded. The BKB's allowing Optic to go ham. As Ramsey's, he's in trouble. He'll fall. They've lost two cores. No one's BKB as he looks to turn, trying for the Tidebringer hit. Zai, Yule's up in the air, trying to dodge the Tidebringer, but no one holds it. Waits until he's out of the Yules, still gets the Sand King kill. X-Mark onto PPD. The rest of Optic, they have to get out of there. With the ult on them from the Venomancer, they can't stick around. So they do lose a few Optic, but they
take out the Aegis.
They get the cores and they take out the Aegis. And they get that Roshan kill, as we saw. You know, CCNC coming in from the side and I believe getting the kill with the plasma field.
Yeah, look how they prioritize dooming solo, understanding how powerful the Fatal Bonds and even the Chaotic offering, that little time of stun, like even if they are BKB'd, that small duration stun can disrupt quite a lot to reposition themselves. And they were able to close the gap. They really just ran right on top of the Kunkka, and it makes life pretty hard. No one's trying to find the angle to get a proper Tidebringer, and he couldn't really do so in a lot of those situations. And now we do see level 25s coming out, of course.
Plus 100 attack speed from CCNC. As each and every fight, as we've been saying, but the Shiva's Guardians had a very good chance of getting off a very good duration of static link. Frequently sort of the max build-up of the right-click damage.
No one's about to have that level 25 for the Tidebringer as well. So PPD is almost level 22. So this is one of the big timings actually on dying as well, is this level 20 talent is pretty crazy that it's actually plus 6 tombstone attacks. So that's 14 attacks. And if you die as well, that's 2 tombstones that acquire 14 hits each. And the slow actually is very annoying how much you can apply. But
go on, finding PPD, instant crit takes him down to half health. He'll drop the tombstone. CCNC comes in with the BKB, but the chaotic offerings drop down. PPD's gone. CCNC, he needs backup sides, trying to go down the backlines with the epicenter. Will use himself up. Pycat's there to help him out as they'll take down the outer Titan. Heading now over, these tombstones adding up here from the death of the Undying, and that's going to allow Zai to come in with a burrow strike onto no one, able to heal up. Double kill as he does with the quick Tidebringer, but indeed, look how many there are going and chasing now VP. They've lost 3, and they get more Optic. They're looking to try and hunt down Pasha as they head forward. Pasha just a little too speedy. He'll get out of there, but again, these fights, and as you say, these zombies just doing so much at surrounding VP, and VP, they're buying back. They're going to buy back on Roger. They're going to buy back on no one.
Yeah, and that's not even with the talent. They couldn't even kill it through the regular amount of hits. And that's 2 of the tombstones as soon as they kill Peter down. And you see, they just can't move. So Leshrac, their BKBs start falling off on VP, and Leshrac just thrives on that. Same thing with Razor. Builds up that damage, able to get tons of hits during it.
7K lead now off the back of that fight. OG, Optic Gaming getting a sizable advantage off that thanks to the buybacks of VP. And no one has to be careful. If they can find no one in some sort of shape or form, especially whilst the majority of the big team fight ults are down at the moment for VP. Chaotic offering, 100 seconds it's got. They will find the jump. CCNC in trouble. The Raw Torrent both shift through as well. They found the Razor, but Pycat, he's heading in straight away. Buyback will come out from Ramses. They're throwing everything into this fight. 33 looking towards this Beastmaster. The Doom's dropped down. He's chasing Pasha. Ramses comes in with the ult, but the BKB's out for Pycat. Finds the stun. They've got the damage to take down Roger. Buyback now as well. As they're coming fully into this, they're throwing everything. This fight's so important for both sides. 33 surrounded. They'll lose the Doom. He's now dead for 90 seconds. PPD gets cut down by the Tidebringer. Those buybacks into deaths have meant that he's at the side. The buyback now back available for Doom if they want to get back in, but Optic Gaming are looking to settle back and reset.
How many was that from VP? 1, 2, 3, 4 in the last couple moments. So yeah, they pretty much have none down, none left now.
So it's a scary 6 minutes for VP, because even though those buybacks short, the immediate fight was able to slightly be secured, forcing Optic back, they're not able to really push off the back of the fact that there are still 2 heroes down for 50 seconds. So if Optic Gaming take one more fight, the game could be theirs.
But also, same on the reversal, because they used a couple buybacks as well. CCNC had to use his. That's one of the crucial ones, as well as the Doom, like you mentioned, and PPD. They still will have at least Pycats available. Oh, sorry, not the Doom, apologies.
46 minutes, 43 to 32. This game is definitely what we hope to see here in the major finals. ESL 1 Birmingham 2018.
Optic will have 2 at least of the core buybacks. And also, the nice thing is that Pycat also still running this very high charge Bloodstone. So he will respawn faster if he does get taken out. But he's 14, 3, and 17. Pycat's been having a very impressive last track game.
And he really has. That laning situation they had at the start has just propelled him to such a perfect place. As Pycat has absolutely been one of the star players, and incredibly versatile, and able to play in a lot of different fashions in terms of playing so those farm-oriented heroes, making recoveries after being in lanes that are punished, but at the same time, able to play these very aggressive cores, these sort of Leshracs, and having such an impact.
I mean, I feel like I've seen him play so many different things on this Optic team, at least in this tournament. I saw him play some Axe, I saw him play some hard carries, I saw him play some like off-lane. He's really doing quite a lot for this team.
He's making his case for that Mercedes. If he's able to keep it going, and if Optic can really pull through this series. As game 2 certainly looks like they have a fantastic chance of doing so.
This is the longest that VP's had a game 2, right?
I would imagine so.
The longest one was 38 minutes at this tournament. This one's 47. It's Optic they're down to racks, but ahead in gold and ahead in, well, experience is going to start evening out because we're getting close to those 25s, but they've been making very good aggressive moves. Scary thing is always going to be your late game versus a Kunkka. He's got the double Daedalus.
Oh, yeah.
He's queued up the Rapier. You have to be very aware of your positioning in a lot of these situations.
I mean, one hit and the fight can just be gone like that.
Yep. That being said, though, like we were talking about, the next 6 minutes or so, or next like 5 or 4 now, it's coming down to, will be a bit quiet probably for both teams because they're both just afraid. This game could just end abruptly off of a kill, so taking it a little bit easy here.
Get the blink as well, so no one can secure that sort of key angle.
Yeah, he's had a bit of trouble with his getting in the right position this game. And Optic, actually, they're looking to take this one. They've got their, they've got their ultis ready.
If they can find the big pickoffs whilst those buybacks are unavailable.
Yeah.
A VP, understandably, but all playing very careful. They're around their tier 2s. They know that Optic's entirely off the map.
Instantly scouted. You see he's hiding in the tree lines, putting the wards down, and they have their 2 side lanes pushing. So they're aware that this smoke was coming from Optic.
Yeah, Optic sort of just trying their luck with that play. Maybe seeing if they do manage to sort of catch VP at a moment where the focus has been dropped. It's not going to happen. Let's VP play it safe. Lots of money on PyCat. He's got that Hex queued up. Could certainly be that extra bit of lockdown they need to get on top of these cores. I mean, not just the cores, really. If they're able to sort of have that extra disable onto just a part of VP's team fight, it's going to be huge for Optic.
Yeah, instant disable. I mean, they've got the Sanking stun already, has that kind of that instant disable, so some follow-up on top. Both teams. VP just really just waiting for those buybacks. They're trying to get Ramses that level 25 as well. I would assume he's going to take the Poison Nova AoE, but the 3x Plague Ward is also pretty good for like defending and stuff. I don't know, actually. Because he's kind of in position anyway with Blink Dagger. He will hit most with the Poison Nova, but plus 800 is pretty massive. Pasha doing some scouting information, pushing out the top lane, putting up a Hawk as well. And Optic trying to chase him down, unable to find him though. So next Roche, probably the most important thing with all those buybacks coming up pretty much at the same time. Next 2 minutes or so.
No surprise there with PyCat's farming stat there.
So we've, Roche is going to be respawning in 2:18, and a lot of the buybacks are coming up in about 1:55 or 2:50 or so. So it's going to be very timed for that Roche with those buybacks.
Optic are waiting.
Yeah, this is just push in the lanes, try to have map control, claim those bounties. We know how much gold they're worth at this time in the game. Make sure you can get those double rune controls as well.
Still neither side getting caught out, but it is Optic, as we're seeing for the majority, just being sort of the aggressors in this situation. VP are the ones that are having to play that more scared, allowing Optic to sort of consistently keep these lanes shoved over to their best ability with the bots. Of course, on PyCat, consistently getting just lane after lane, wave after wave of farm. He's about a 10k advantage ahead of no one's Kunkka, as he sits so far ahead this game on his Leshrac.
It's had a very, very good game. The 3 cores on Optic have been playing remarkably. I mean, not to say the supports are playing bad. They've died a little bit more, but the core play has been quite remarkable. And VP still just waiting for those buybacks. This is going to be a very explosive timing at that next mark when that Roche and those are available.
And I guess sort of the question is, well, we're looking at PyCat's itemization. I mean, he's got a lot of money. He wants to get the Hex. How's he sort of going to work this around with his slots? Because he's running out of slots. Are we going to sort of see him swap the boots out in the midst of the fight so he can get the Hex? Or?
I think he wants movement speed too much. I think maybe even move the Yules in some situations if you use it defensively early on.
Sure. Or if you used it for the setup, for the combo.
Yeah. The Doom comes out onto Roger here.
They can chase this down, Optic. They are heading forward with the Infernal Blade and the Shiva's Cut. They will be able to find Roger. So that is a component of VP's fight gone for 80 seconds. How long until Roche is back? 25. So this timing could work out very nicely for Optic.
He has buyback, but he's short 200 gold.
See if Optic are able to make the most of it. They are desperately hanging around this Roche. They know that it's got to be back up soon. And they know how big it would be for them to take it at this stage.
Yeah. The line is drawn from No on his tongue Pasha. Start threatening the base a little bit. You have to keep this bottom wave pushed out as much as possible so we can try to contest Roche.
There we go.
Roche is up.
smoke at the same time. VP can still fight with just the 4 of them. There's no doubt about that.
They can get the big jump. I mean, a big AoE, big poison over, big fatal bonds could turn a lot, but Optic can make their way in.
He's got to jump soon. He's thinking about it. The linkers will be popped.
They got the fatal bonds attached them to the Roche. They had to stop it immediately because of that. Great play there by Solo to buy time for his team to respawn.
Pasha keeping the pressure up down bottom, knows that he didn't need to be there to sort of push them away from the Roshan attempt.
Man, whenever you get fatal bound to Roche, that's such a scary thing. They instantly run away from it.
Here we go. As you say, VP with Roger back alive and in the ranks.
Looks like almost all the buybacks are available too. Some people are short on gold of it though. CCNC still short 90, ET as well, short 400.
There's the vision here with the tombstone. Straight away, Zai jumping across. They know that if they could take Solo away, that would be absolutely huge. At the same time, though, they've lost 33. He's been found out. 33 will fall Solo as well to get taken down, but he buys back straight away. Really wants to try and push the issue whilst 33's dead. Roger coming across with the Hex. Immediately drops down onto the Elder Titan. Stunned from Zai. They've got a Tekken. That's Roger gone, but he'll buy back as well. No one heading in with the BKB, looking towards PPD. PPD will get cut down.
They're all Nova'd. They're all poison Nova'd, and a couple fatal bonds now on them
Chaotic offering this damage, really going to add up onto Optic. Can they get away? Pasha jumps forward. CCNC will use himself up, but the BKB from Pasha as he punches to CNC, takes him down. Zai with the Burrow Strike, looking for the setup as Pycat has got the combo. Does he have the damage? The Hex is out. Can he finish off? He can't. Pycat's dead. They buy back on Zai. Will Pycat get back in? He's back up in 15 seconds thanks to those Bloodstone charges.
Holy crap, the rock actually hits super hard when it's next to the Beastmaster because the aura, since it's 85 bonus attack speed, it attacks pretty damn quick. And there, the Poison Nova, 8 caught on 4 heroes there as soon as Ramses blinks in. I think a Tidebringer also hit 3 or 4 heroes as well.
Again, these buybacks being used. That last fight, Optic themselves committing 3 buybacks. Versus Pro, of course, committing 2 themselves on both Solo and Roger.
The 3 cores have them available though for VP, Beastmaster, Venom, and Kunkka.
They are now back in, as you say, at that advantage in terms of the buyback statuses. Buybacks just proving to be everything in this game.
Yeah, and they took, I mean, the biggest thing is too, they took out 33 right before the fight started. He wasn't able to get a good positioning.
And they're going to take this Roche by the looks of it. No way that Optic Gaming get over to the pit. VP, get Roche, get the Aegis, get themselves the cheese. And now the net worth is back, bam, even again between these two teams.
So who's got the shard? Who did they end up giving it to? They gave it to the Beastmaster, so they gave it to Pasha. Those roars just looking to be super important in this game anyway. Just constantly finding the right setups. He's always looking for the right target. Same thing with 33, these two. Scan comes out from both sides.
Hunting. Optic playing aggressive despite the fact that VP have the benefits of Roshan. CCT popping the BKB looking towards Pasha. Pasha forced back. Zai trying to go with the epicenter, but the blink's going to be cancelled. The Spirit was on him, so he can't jump in and close the gap. Now, they have to back off Optic. They pop the BKB on Pycat. They do not want to fight like this. VP, can they get some sort of a catch?
Roger, running in.
He is with a BKB. Starting to punch down into the Undying Optic. They've got to be careful. Pasha jumps in. He's got the roar. CCNC will be forced to the side by Zai. Can Zai save CCNC? Still continues to back off. Ramses comes in with the Poison Nova. The slow onto PPD as Roger looks towards PPD. The Yule's up here as Zai. Can he keep himself alive? Gets the blink off. Burrow Strike as well. He continues to retreat. The Hex Mark's going to be there. He's very close to the base. Optic, can they keep Zai safe? That Tidebringer hit. Nearly doing it, but Zai will survive.
Pycat instantly TP top, so they knew that they were going to bail that one.
Let's see how VP react to this. Pycat, level 25, is going to be doing significant damage to the tower. Fortification will come out. They're
Roger's
backing
looking
off.
for him.
See if they can play those way around this. He's got the Hex. There's the upgraded bots coming in onto Roger. Is it going to be in time to stop it? It's not. Pycat's out. He gets himself away, forces VP back. Despite VP being able to take that fight down bottom, they don't get the racks thanks to Pycat's heads-up split-push play.
They instantly disengaged. As soon as they were like, oh god, this is getting awkward, they just TP top, even 33 TP to the base. They had no intention of fighting that after they did not get the jump that they wanted. Zai stepping up a bit far here versus Ramses and Solo.
He heals himself up. No one is around. They're dropping the chaotic offering. They really want Zai dead. There's a lot of damage coming down onto him. He'll try and Burrow Strike away. CCNC and PPD are here, but Zai, he's gone. It's gone for 110 seconds. Buyback still good for 5 minutes. The big Tidebringer hit coming out to PPD, nearly finishing him off. CCNC having to pop the BKB.
Back.
But Pasha, he's got the lockdown onto 33. The Torrent combo. 33 pops the BKB, but he's already punched down. Solo with the double kill as the Golem moves on. as Optic now without 2. Both buybacks unavailable for 4 minutes. They can't come back into the game for over a minute. Is there any way that Optic Gaming can hold with just the 3 of them? PPD.
Oh, they got PPD too.
He's found out all alone. He will fall 3 down. No buybacks available. VP, they may have just done it here in game 2. Despite Optic's strong showing for the early part, VP, they've kept their composure. They're taking a second set of racks. I don't think they can hold here at all, Fog. This looks like this is VP taking a second game.
It does seem like that. This is, oh my goodness, just some small, just crazy amount of AoE team fights coming out, but Optic, they're looking to take this fight.
Let's see what they can do. Pycat trying to commit with the BKB, but now the BKB is worn off. Ramsey just comes in with the poison over onto the 2 of them. Pycat wants to refresh. He's got the BKB back up, does have the Hex. They're punching into him though. Pycat, can he really do something miraculous here? He's bringing no one down low. They'll take no one out, but he's got the Aegis. He's back, he's ready to go again. CCNC backing away. Roger's falling low. Pycat comes in with his buyback. Can the 2 of them really keep this game alive? It doesn't look like it because the Roar comes in. Pycat just advances.